Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing a little rant type video because I had a few people who commented on my video today. There was two girls and they were both teenage mothers like I am, and they both basically just commented and said that they support my YouTube channel and the fact that I'm a mom and they think I'm doing things right. And one of them, I believe, commented and said something about how like teen moms are constantly getting judged, and that made me think a little bit about how like they really are getting judged, and like everything that I do I pretty much get judged for. If I post anything on social media that everyone else doesn't approve with because I'm a mom, I get hate for that. If I go out anywhere without my son, I get hate for that because I'm a mom and I should have him attached to my hip 24/7 apparently. I don't have a job, so I guess I'm a bad mom because I don't have a job. So I kind of just wanted to make a little rant video based off of those things. So I'm going to start on the line of the fact that I get hate because I don't have a job. So the people who aren't teenage mothers or teenage fathers, because I know my boyfriend completely understands this, even though he has a job, he understands. Being a full-time parent is actually like worse than two jobs, and it was proven. I have my son 24/7. Yeah, I live in my mom's house, but she doesn't really, like, she does help, but not completely. My son's my responsibility and my boyfriend's, but he works evenings, so I have my son a lot of the time. It does get stressful at times, and it's really tiring, and a lot of the nights I don't even get sleep because I'm either staying up making up for the schoolwork that I didn't get to do during the day when I have my son, or I'm cleaning, or I'm doing laundry that I didn't get to do during the day. So there's a lot of things that like factor in with being a parent. So I just thought I'd point that out to the people who say that I should have a job. When do you want me to find time to get a job? Do you want to pay for my daycare costs? Because right now I can only get part-time subsidy, which goes along with what I'm about to talk about. So I can't go to school full-time like every other kid my age is doing right now in grade 12. I can't go to school full-time because, one, I don't have a babysitter, and they're expensive. I can't afford one. Two, my boyfriend works, so he can't keep my son. And three, I can't get paid for daycare because he works, like, the hours that are outside the hours that you need to get your daycare paid for. So, yeah, that's why I can't go to school full-time. But on that note, I am going to school part-time. And so that's in the morning. I'm in school for 3 hours, and then I come home, and that's my school day. The rest of the time I have to find time to make up for the rest of the day and the work that I didn't get to do. So I just thought I would rant about that. Now, on another note, I constantly get told that I am a bad mother. I mean, I have the few people who say that I'm a good mother, which I'm grateful for those people. And usually it's the people who actually do know me outside of my social media. So with that being said, there's people, not just in my area, but on the internet, who seriously ruin it for the people like me who actually raise their children full-time and actually, like, dedicate their life to their child. So I just thought I would point out to everyone that not every parent is the same. So you can sit there and judge young mothers and young fathers and say that they're bad people and that teenagers shouldn't have children, which I agree with. I didn't plan to have my son, and I don't think that anybody at my age or younger should plan to have a child, but that doesn't define what kind of parent I am, and that's pretty much what the top of my YouTube channel says, like in the cover photo. Your age doesn't define what kind of parent you are. Whenever I first got pregnant, I was 16 years old, and I literally had no idea what I was going to do because that's what every other 16-year-old thinks. And everyone can sit here and judge me for considering not keeping the baby when I found out, but how many teenagers do you know that found out they were pregnant and off the bat decided, like, I'm going to keep it, I'm going to raise it, my parents are going to be 100% okay with this, and yeah, like, how many people do you actually know that, like, thought that right off the bat? Probably none, because every teenager considers it at some point. And they might say they're completely against it, but once you get in that situation, you think about it, and it is something that crosses your mind, whether you actually go through with it or you don't. In my case, I didn't actually go through with it, but it was something that we talked about and we thought about because, one, I was 16, I was in 10th grade, My boyfriend actually didn't have a job at the time, so we were in a really complicated situation, and so we had to really like think about our options. On another note, I wanted to talk about how a lot of young parents get judged for living in their parents' house, or people saying like their parents raised their children. Like, there are people I know who actually do leave their children with their parents or have given the rights to their child to their parents. But most of the people who have done that, it's either because they want to finish school, they want to get a job, or they're just not like stable enough to take care of a child. And they obviously didn't want to get rid of it, and they didn't want to not be able to see their child, so they just gave it the best option they could for the time being. And I have nothing against that. If that's something that you feel like you need to do, then go ahead and do it. But in my case, no, I don't have my own place, but I have had 2 places since my son was born. They just didn't work out, and if you're close to me, then you know why they didn't work out. And it wasn't my fault or my boyfriend's fault. It was a long story I don't really want to get into. So with that being said, I do live back with my parents, well, my mom, and we are still place hunting, but in the town that I live in, it's like nearly impossible to find a place. But just because I live with my family doesn't mean that, you know, I go and run the streets all the time and I party all the time. I still have my son full time, and I'm trying to better life for us. Like with my YouTube channel, that's something that I'm kind of working on, but I don't really have a lot of time to focus on this either. So like, as you're probably going to see on my channel when I post this video, this one's going to go up first. And after this, I'm recording another video, so I'm going to look the exact same because this is the only time that I have to record a few videos to get up this week. So yeah, I think that's pretty much everything that I wanted to clarify right now. If I think of something else, then I'll probably post another video. And I plan on recording, not tonight, but I plan on recording like a life updates video, which will explain like our living situation in depth and what happened with the other houses we were in, my education right now, and like all that kind of stuff. So stay tuned for that. If you actually watch this video, I hope you give it a thumbs up and you actually enjoy it. And for the parents who are struggling with the things that I talk about, I hope this helps and makes you feel like you're not the only one who goes through these things, because since the very start I've been getting called names by people who I used to be friends with. So it's kind of a complicated thing, but just know you're not alone, and this is something that every teen parent goes through. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope you guys enjoy. Stay tuned for another video.